What's up, YouTube? Your boy back once again with another sport topic, and today we're going to talk some football. Houston Texans football. We're going to break down and recap today's loss versus those guys up there in Nashville, Tennessee, former Houston Oilers, Tennessee Titans, led by Blaine Gabbert nonetheless, beat the Houston Texans today. And I don't really know how I should feel. The reason why, coming into the season, when the schedule came out, I picked us to lose. Now, I also picked us to beat the Patriots. So that's why, hey, beat the Patriots, lose the Titans. Cause I felt the Titans were a better team than they were last year. And they were a team that went to the playoffs 9-7 and also won a playoff game. Also swept Jacksonville last year. So I felt that we'll probably split. We'll win at home and they'll win at home. Then last week happened. The Texans need this win. And then stuff started coming out about maybe not having Mariota or Mariota being dinged up, nicked up, whatever the case may be, them not having their tackles. I'm like, okay, the Texans should win this game. And like I said last night when I did my preview game, I told y'all this before when I did the preview video, that it was a game that the Texans should win. And the defense should dominate this game. And yet that made me feel like that's probably the reason why we'll probably lose. I said I pegged that to be the Redskin game this season. I had to flip it now to the Titan game. Is that game that every year you have when you lose going into the game, there's no way we should lose this game. And then after the game, there's no way we should have lost that game. And this was that game. Like, to start off, that first touchdown they got, and you could tell this was a Blaine Gabbert-led offense because the first touchdown that they got was from a fake punt. They called the Texans off guard. I'm not even mad. I can't be mad at that play because that was you caught off guard. There was nobody over there on him. I can't fault the Texans for not having nobody on there because it's a punt situation early on in the game. You're not thinking fake punt nowhere in that situation. They call everybody completely off guard. So that's why I can't hate and I can't get mad at that play. I can't be mad at nobody on that play. But after that, the next drive that they had when they scored their next touchdown, when they went up 14-0, they were out there running the Wildcat. The Wildcat. They knew that their offense, as a straightforward Blaine Gabbert type led offense, wasn't going to beat the Texans defense, especially not having their tackles. So they had to go and do other things to get the win. They had to do the fake punts. They had to run the wild, and they won that Wildcat more than once. It was like that one drive, they damn near ran the whole drive up until they got that play, the touchdown to Tywan Taylor. But after that, they sprinkled in wild card a couple times throughout the game because they wasn't generating offense after that. Because after that second touchdown with Tywan Taylor, their offense was non-existent the rest of the game. The rest of the game, from that point on into the field goal drive, the tie, and the field goal drive to win it, their offense was non-existent. And I'm going to get to those two drives in a second because some fluky shit happened on those drives. But the rest of the game, their offense was non-existent. Blaine Gabbert only had like 117 yards. And so our defense, for the most part, did their job. Held them on, I don't know as a team, held them under 100 yards rushing, but I know they two main backs. I know Henry only got like 50-some yards, and Henry only got 50-some yards, and Lewis only got 40-some yards. So they might got 100 yards combined, but like neither one of them, I think their longest run was a 11-yard run that got my first down, and that was the last drive of the game, or was the second last drive. Either the last drive of the game or the second to last drive of the game when they got their longest run play of the whole game. Like I said, this run defense, and also not having their tackles. We constantly was getting tackles from behind line scrimmage. We wasn't really getting too many sacks that we should have gotten because Blaine Gabbert was able to get the ball out some ways. It was some weird shit going on, like forward passes not being called forward passes. But I'm not here to say anything about that because I think when I said this yesterday, when I talked about Bill O'Brien and all former Patriot proteges coaching against Bill Belichick, how Bill Belichick mind fucks him. So hopefully Bill O'Brien can do the same thing to Vrabel. I'm thinking Vrabel might be the better coach. I said this last year, not saying that Vrabel was the better coach, but I said that Vrabel, I think eventually Vrabel will be a good head coach. Will he be a good head coach at Tennessee? That I do not know, because I think he might think he's the smartest guy in the room and do uncharacteristic stuff that might get him out of Tennessee. But he might not. He might be a good coach. But I think overall, I think he will eventually be a good head coach when it's all said and done. And the aggressiveness that a lot of Texan fans be wanting Bill O'Brien to show, and a lot of things that y'all want Bill O'Brien to do, Vrabel was doing it. He was being too aggressive, if you ask me. Some of the fourth down decisions, like it was one that was fourth down in your own end zone. I mean, not your own zone, but on your own side of the field, deep in your own side of the field. You up, and it was up by two touchdowns. Still went for it, and they got it. Barely got it, but they got it. He wasn't holding no punches back. He was putting all his chips on the table to make sure he beat the Texans. He knew what type of offense that he had. He knew what type of players he had. What players he was missing. He was missing his quarterback, missing his tight end, missing his offensive lineman. He knew he had to scheme and do other stuff to get the game done. And I have to give you your props on for that. Now spin it to the Texas side. Deshaun Watson looked way better than he did last week. He looked at more, not exactly the same, but more like the Deshaun Watson of last year. He was 22 for 32, 310 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 pick. I'm gonna get to that in a minute. Hop had 100. Hop had, I think, 6 catches for 110 yards. Fuller had 8 catches or 7 catches for 113 yards. Both of them had touchdown, and Fuller had that big long touchdown. Watson looked like he was more in sync with his guys. Like I said, I think he needs that game to knock off some rust. I think going forward, Deshaun Watson is going to be good. It's going to be fine. But that last play, he shouldn't have 300 yards passing, and Hop shouldn't have 100 yards receiving, because that last play, he went over the line of scrimmage. Like, that should have been called a legal forward pass. But hey, they gave it to him. They didn't throw the flag because it didn't matter. They didn't throw the flag, and they didn't because if they would throw the flag, it wasn't like the game was going to end on that play. Oh no, Doug. I think you can't end on the offensive. You can't end on an offensive penalty. You can't end on a defensive penalty. I think you can't end on a defensive penalty. Yeah, that's what it is. You can't. So then the game would have been over because you can't end on a defensive penalty. So that being said, that last play was all on Watson. That was Watson's fuck up. That's when you go into the film room tomorrow when you watch a film. The quarterback's coach, look at your fuck up. Look at your fuck up. Because that was Watson's fuck up. Watson fucked up. That fuck up to me was bigger than the fuck up with the interception. I'm gonna get to that in a minute. Because he had enough time to scramble. He had enough time. He had enough time to scramble and get out of bounds. Like once the play started breaking down, started being all fucked up and all wishy-washy. He should have scrambled. He could have scrambled, got the first down. Whatever can be a scramble gives me yards, you can't get out of bounds. And then that last, if you able to kick a field goal, if you in range enough to kick a field goal, kick a field goal. If not, try to throw a Hail Mary pass. And try to heave up Hail Mary pass. Save yourself some time to actually win the game, because that play was just a busted ass up play. You don't have no timeouts. Even though Hop caught the ball, this was in midfield. Hop caught the ball midfield, 2 seconds left. There's no timeouts. The game was over. Like it was just. I'm sitting there screaming at the TV. What are you doing? Like when he broke free and started to run, I'm like, go run. He runs and he comes back to the line of scrimmage. Like, no, what are you doing? Like, what are you doing? Really, what are you doing? That's all on you, bro. Like I said, I believe in you. I believe you the truth. I believe what I seen last year. I know we're not gonna get what we seen last year. I know that. That I already know. I knew that after I seen it last year. Like you don't get, because if you get that, you're the greatest player of all time. You're not gonna get that every game, every week. Like I said, my favorite game was last year's Patriots game, because that's something that you can take and copy over a 16-game season. You get a legitimate season out of somebody. That's what I'm expecting to see. That's what I want to see, and I believe that you have it in you. You showed me today that your numbers are good numbers. But you gotta make better decisions, bro. Like you gotta make better decisions. That one's on you, bro. Like real talk. I'm not saying the whole loss is on you, but that specific play that cost that specific moment, I gotta hold people's feet to the fire with. I gotta hold your feet to the fire when I got to, and I'm holding your feet to the fire right then and there. Like that was on you. That was a bad. That was just bad clock managing, bad decision making, because you should have used your legs and ran the ball. You looked good at the game. You had 44 yards rushing, like you was scrambling and moving out the pocket, like you looked like your old self. And I was happy. I was crunk to see that. You threw that touchdown pass to Will Fuller. I'm like, bet it's on now. I was crunk. I started seeing you scramble after that. You had a big first down after that scramble run. I get that. You the full captain. You were the captain of the ship. You the 5-star captain. You got all the stars. You gotta lead us into some victories. You gotta lead us. It's not about getting fancy numbers. It's not. It's about getting W's. It's not about getting fancy numbers. It's about getting W's. We need you to get these W's at division opponents when we're playing against backup quarterbacks, third-string offensive linemen. They number one target Delane Walker's out the game, and they gotta do fluky shit. They gotta do fake punts. They gotta run wildcat for a whole damn drive just to generate an offense. I know the defense is good. I know they got a good pass rush. But come on. And that offensive line, like for that first half, up until Hopkins' touchdown, the offensive line looked like it was the worst offensive line in the league. Like Watson did not get any protection. They could not protect Watt at all that first half. Like it was getting to the point that I was like, what the fuck were we doing all offseason? You got two second-round picks next year. Use them. Take them, package them, move up in the draft, do something. Because this offensive line that you got is a worth piece of shit. Either they can't protect, or when they do protect, it's always getting called back because of holding calls. Then it was the two plays. The Hopkins touchdown, and then the play before that. Both of those plays was good protection. And then after that, they actually start protecting Watson pretty good. While we had some quick throws, the ball's going out of Watson's hands quickly, and we started looking better offensively. The protection looked way better. Hopefully, this protection can move forward, and they can continue to improve. I know these guys are first time playing with each other. I know sometimes offensive linemen need time to mesh and come together. But we 0-2 right now. And like I said, it was dire for one of these teams going to go 0-2. And it was going to put the hot seat on somebody. Because I said the Titans, they would have been staying 0-4 in the face if they lost us. Us is dire because the way we looked last week, and actually more the way I thought we would look today. Because I thought if we would go 0-2, I thought that Watson would have another performance like he had last week. He had a better performance. So on that standpoint, I do feel good going forward. Because a lot of people predict us to go 0-2 and still end up winning 10 games. I predict us to lose. I predict us to win 12 games, 12-4. That's gonna be kind of hard now, because now we're gonna lose 2 more games. We gotta go 12-2 throughout the rest of the season, and I don't think that's gonna happen. But I did predict the Texans to lose to the Titans. Off top, I did. I predict. Go back in my video. I did predict the Texans to lose when I predicted the schedule but when the schedule first came out, I did predict this to be a loss. So, if the rest of my pickings go the way that I picked them, instead of being 12-4 and 11-5, 11-5 still should win you the division, still get you in the playoffs, still win your division. So on that front, we still have a lot to play for. We play the Giants next week at home, and the Giants don't have that good of a defense themselves. I think you can move the ball on the Giants. I really do. They have a better defense than some people think, but I do think, especially home as a home opener, I think that we'll be able to do something against their defense, especially seeing the way that the Texans played against this defense. Because I do think the Titans had a good defense. That's one of the reasons why seeing what we've seen should be encouraging for both Will Fuller and Hopkins both to get over 100 yards. For the way Deshaun moved the ball, the way he was able to move the ball, the way he was able to run the ball, the way we were able to run the ball. But it's just the protection. That's the biggest thing. And like I said about the interception, that was a bad decision on Hop. I mean, bad decision on both Hop and Deshaun Watson. One was in double coverage. Now Hop called for the ball. He did. Watson threw it a tad too late. Because if he threw it, if he would throw it if he threw it right when he was supposed to, it would have been a better chance for Hop to catch a touchdown. And on the one, then on Hop part, when Hop called it, so Watson trusted him. Hop point the ball. Hop, you got, in that situation, you got high pointed. You got to high point the ball. In that type of situation, you need to high point the ball. Because you had Dory Jackson on the back of you with the pick. You had to high point the ball. You had to. That's what you need to do. So, I know when I did the Sauce pregame show, if you guys are in the Sauce, and if you're not, go check out Sauce Sports. Like I say, best sport talk in and out the city, because they cover the Texans, the Rockets. You know, I'm not a Rocket fan, but they cover the Rockets, anything Houston. They cover the Astros, Dynamo, U of H, any Houston sports. Go fuck with them. Shout out to everybody in the round table. I did the preview with them this morning before the game, and I said if the Texans will come out with a L, give one word to associate. My word associate was fired, because somebody needs to get fired. If you come out losing to this type of team with a Blaine Gabbert, third string offensive lineman, no tackles, both tackles gone, third string offensive lineman. No Delaney Walker. You supposed to win this game. Somebody need to be fired. If it's a coach, if it's a general manager, if it's a scout, if it's somebody getting fired losing their starting position, like something needs to get done. And I'm sick of bad play calls. And I know Bill O'Brien made his mark as an offensive coordinator. But you need to hire one. Because you can't do both. You can't be the head coach and you can't call plays. You need to hire your offensive coordinator. The one reason why I was holding on, because I don't want young quarterbacks. I don't like young quarterbacks to go through multiple offensive coordinators. That's something that David Carr did. I think David Carr went through 4 offensive coordinators his first 4 years. Same thing with Alex Smith. Alex Smith went through 4 offensive coordinators his first 4 years. Something that Mariota's dealing with right now, like going through multiple offensive coordinators in your first couple of years. You don't want to put a quarterback through there because it's different offensive systems, it's different languages, it's a whole bunch of just different nonsense that they gotta go through when you change an offensive coordinator. Like if you're at your job and they keep changing your policy. Well, then you keep changing policy every year. You're going to get policies fucked up and confused and be doing the wrong policy. Be like, hey, that's not the policy that we follow no more. Well, fuck it. I'm supposed to know y'all switch a damn policy every damn week. I can't keep up with it. So you don't want to put your young quarterback through situations like that. But I think it's time that you get somebody else. Because some of the play calls is questionable in key situations. You up here running back-to-back, like, screen passes, one to Will Fuller, that was straight, but then you go back to the other side, run the exact same play to Hopkins. Why? You stalling offensive drives because you calling stupid decisions. You're not running when you should run it. You're not passing it when you should pass it. Just some of the play calls are questionable. And actually today was way better. Today was and don't get twisted, today was a way better effort than it was last week. It was night and day, actually. But it could have been so much better. And some of those things, some of those slow starts are alluding to that. And what's the deal with everybody fumbling snaps today? Because I know Watson fumbled a snap. I was just watching Patrick Mahomes. He fumbled a snap. Like, what's up with everybody fumbling snaps today? Like what's up with the NFL? Everybody fumbling on handoffs and snaps. Back to what I'm saying about preseason, people being rusty, people not being prepared for games right now. You seen people still working the kinks out the bugs and the kinks out the machines the first couple weeks of the season. You got that going on, and then the last two drives that the Titans scored on, the two drives that they actually moved the ball up and down the field, the time field goal and then the field goal to win. The time field goal, that drive is actually on Clowney for a person who did not play. Cost the Texans 15 yards, and I'm gonna talk about that as well. Cost the Texans 15 yards on fucking unsportsmanlike conduct. Like, why is you going back and forth, John, with players, and you not even playing, bro? Like, seriously, one, you're not healthy enough to play, and two, you up here costing your team 15-yard penalties when you're not even playing. Unsportsmanlike conduct penalties when people on your sideline, you jawing back and forth, elbowing them, whatever the case. I didn't see the elbow, but I seen you getting into it all up in their face, like, yeah. What are you doing? Why? That's the equivalent of a female. Yeah, my man gonna whip your ass. Yeah, you all up in somebody's face, and now you got to handle it. Now I gotta fight this nigga because you up here bitching to him. Say my man gonna whoop your ass, and now I got fight. Now I got scrap up because you up here talking shit, and acting crazy. That's what you was doing. You up here, well, Texas, whatever it was you was saying. Now your defense, with you not on it, gotta stop. They gotta stop them from scoring touchdowns and stop them and make them kick field goals. When it was 2nd and 1 or 3rd and 1, whatever the case may be, you gave them an automatic first down plus 15 yards. What the fuck? Why was you even that close to the sideline anyway? Your ass is hurt. Your ass need to be in the way back somewhere. Need to be in the damn stands. But you want a contract? You talented. I want you on the team because I do believe you. I think you got skills. But bro, you the number 1 overall pick in your draft. Why Khalil Mack and Aaron Donald both got contracts. You don't. They both got defensive player of the years. You don't. You only got 1 All-Pro. And newsflash, it was 2nd team, wasn't even 1st team. Come on. You shouldn't be saying shit. Only thing you got is you number 1 overall pick. That's it. That's the only thing you can hold above them. But in that, you don't deserve nowhere near as much money as they got. And now you cost your team when you're not even playing. You cost your team for not playing, and then you cost your team because you cost your team even more by getting penalties. And then back on coaching, why do we have so many penalties games? Like so unprepared. Like I said, our offensive line is so bad that when we do get good plays, we got to hold just to get those plays. At first, I wasn't mad until I got to talking, and I wasn't even mad about the game at first. But as I sit back and think about it, like there was no way we should have lost this game. But because there's no way we should have lost this game, that's why we lost the game. Like I said, it happens every year. You look at only year you probably could say that is the first year because at that time we didn't know nothing about the team. But after that, every year since, there's always a game, if not multiple, but at least one that you look at going into the game. Ain't no way we're going to lose that game. Ain't no way we should lose that game. Then you lose it, and you be like, damn, how the fuck we lose that game? And then late on the year, you be saying like, there's no way we should have lost that game. Then sometimes you might lose a game like Jacksonville. You lost the game. Ain't no way we lose Jacksonville. But then Jacksonville became Jacksonville, and we seen what they was doing. And you know, okay, that's understandable why we lost it. But it's a game that you shouldn't have lost. No matter how you slice it, there's no way y'all should have lost. And that was this game. I say it's gonna happen. It happens every year with this team. Every single year it happens. And today it happened. So that's why I'm not even all that mad because I knew that was gonna happen. But Gots to do better. Gots to do better. Got to do better, Texans. Because this was pitiful. It truly was. It really, truly was. And you got to get, now you 0-2, 0-1 in the division. Now, I mean, the saving grace is Titans swept Jacksonville last year, and Jacksonville still won the division title, and they actually had the same record. Oh no, they had one more. They had a better record than the Titans. They were 10-6, and the Titans were 7-9. So hopefully you don't get swept by the Titans. Hopefully, when they come in here on Monday Night Football, you can beat them Titans. Now you got a reason to play even harder. And I think that because offensively you know you can play with them. Offensively, you know you can play on this defense. You know you can you know because you start off sluggish again in the beginning. But you know that your receivers can get open against these guys, and you can make plays against these guys. Deshaun can run against these guys. Lamar Miller can run against these guys. They don't have an answer for Hop and Fuller. Hop and Fuller can get open. Fuller can definitely get open against these guys. Like, so you know that offensively. You know that. You know defensively, without Mariota, they gotta do this fluky stuff. So now you prepare for it. Don't shoot yourselves in the foot by getting these unnecessary penalties. These back-breaking drive into penalties. And then like that last drive with the forward pass, the double forward pass, and then the fumble you got. I knew the game was over when we forced Corey Davis to fumble. When we didn't recover the fumble, I said, fuck, because they're going to run out of time. We're going to run out of time. And I said it when the Texans had to call a timeout because they had too many people on the field. I said, that timeout is going to come back to bite us in the ass. Because we so need that timeout. Because one of the timeout, we would save time on that last drive, or we would have a timeout in our back pocket. So when Deshaun and Hop caught that pass from Deshaun down the middle, we could call a timeout because it was still, I think, like 2 seconds left. So you could call a timeout. But if you were able to call a timeout before that, you would save 40 seconds on the previous play for them to kick that field goal. So you had an additional 40 seconds in that drive. So you had more time to do stuff. So I knew that timeout was going to bite us in the ass for not calling it. Like, share, subscribe if you haven't. Comment below if you haven't. Click that bell, get more videos. I holla.